There's no way, in my opinion, that you could run a factory intake on these heads, so I couldn't afford to buy it all at once. I bought the heads once, and a couple months later I bought the intake, and I recommend just buy their intake that match these heads, because there's no way you're going to make the factory intake work. What I like about it though is the intake looks identical to the factory one. What's different is the ports are smaller, they match the heads perfectly, and they're raised up higher and they're narrower. So I took pictures of the intakes both off, laying side by side, and the intake port is like a ½ inch taller and a quarter of an inch narrower on this versus the factory one over there. So don't waste your time trying to make one of these work. That's not going to happen. But even the part number there is the same. It looks totally original. That's what I like about this. And the only thing I found that I had a problem with, there's a centering pin on the block here that on the intake manifold, the hole that's machined there that allows you to make the intake down on the block and heads, the hole in the intake is too small. So the pin is too big, meaning you got to machine that hole a little bit bigger. I don't know if that was a mistake or what, but I originally put these heads and intake on that block, and the intake wouldn't lay flush down because there's a pin there that centers it all up. So I put it on this engine, which is a BBM block. There is no pin on this, and it made it down perfectly. So, you know, plus there's no gaskets on here. There's no intake gaskets. So once I get gaskets on there and everything, all the bulb holes line up. It just, I think you might need to mill the heads a little bit. I'm not sure on that, but I'm very well pleased with the setup. I just thought I'd show it off because nobody else has any information on this stuff that I can find, and maybe this will help you make up your mind whether you're thinking about going this route. I don't know what else is out there, but this seems to be a really well set up, really well designed anyways. But I still need to find someone to put this all together, so that's my next deal, is try to find someone to assemble all this stuff. I don't know how to do that. And that's it. Just thought I'd show you guys where I'm at with this. And next step is to send the heads and intake off to somebody to have the heads ported. I already have someone in mind, and hopefully we'll be able to do that in the next month or so here. That's it. Thanks, guys.